So welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go out with Ellis. Ellis has brought his rifle along. We're going to go and do some rabbits. What rifle and what you got on it?
We've got a CZ 452, I think it is. It's an old gun, but they're I love it. It's a brilliant old gun. And we've got the Hikmicro Alpex, the night vision scope. We ain't had it long, so we're just going to get out tonight, try it out, and hopefully you'll see some good shots.
Whatever we do get, we're going to take down the cart shed and he's going to cook it up. So hopefully we grab a few. So enjoy. Get it? Is there nothing there?
One running. So we're going to get set up in the bike hole on this hedgerow, because this is where the majority of the rabbits are over here. So we're going to get set up. We're just going to wait them out now. We're going to let them come out. And as they're coming out the hedgerow, we'll pick a few off. Hopefully we'll be able to get a few out. We're just going to get set up and stay in.
There's quite a few over there, so we're just laying here. We've probably had about 3 or 4 already, so we ain't moving until we've cleared them up. So I'm currently sitting behind Ellis with the thermal, spotting them from behind. Oh, there's one there. I'm also recording it on the thermal, but there's quite a lot of rabbits here. There you go, one just come out in front, he's just nailed that. We're just laying here, just having shots after shots, we've just spent probably about 20 minutes just laying down waiting for them, being quiet. But yeah, it's been a good night so far. we're enjoying it. Weather's turned a bit chilly, but it's good.
So we've called it a night. It was a quite productive night. They were coming out of everywhere, weren't they? Yeah, they was coming in thick and fast in the end, yeah. So we've had a good night shooting. We're probably on the, what, 20, do you think? Yeah, up there, definitely. Up near 20. And Ellis has skinned a few of them. I did offer to help, but it was a bit of a begrudging offer. But he skinned a few of them, and we're going to take them up to our friend Will at the cart shed, and he's going to cook them up. Yeah, he'll do a good job of that. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what meal he does us. Well, Ellis, mate, appreciate you taking me out, mate.
No worries,
and we'll
mate.
be out again soon, all right?
Yeah, happy days.
Well, enjoy the cooking, and we'll speak to you after.
Welcome to the cart shed. Ray and Ellis went out and shot me some lovely buck rabbits the other day, and we're going to make a really nice rabbit ragu with tomatoes, onions, garlic, rosemary, thyme and sage. So anyway, we'll get started with skinning off this last one. And the best way to do this, using basically the flank, just get your fingers underneath the whole of the spine like this, up here, and then go up towards the back legs. Take a sharp knife, run inside the back leg, and then that just unfolds off like that. Just use your thumb to pull away the cellulose layer. You can get in and do this side in much the same way. Once you've done that, it's pretty simple. Just put the hand behind there and pull up. Quite often the tail will stay on. That's not a problem. We're going to take that off anyway. And then grab firmly around the pelvis and just pull, and it should more or less come off like a glove like that. Okay, so that's our nice skinned off clean rabbit. Not too much hair on it, which is always a problem because rabbit hair falls out really easily. Anyway, so what we're going to do next is we're going to start making the ragu. This is going to take quite a long time to cook, and while that's cooking I can knock up some pasta. It's about the same amount of bacon as we've got rabbit meat, and that's just going to go on a low temperature to cook the fat out of that, and that fat is what's going to help give a lot of flavour to this rabbit. Rabbit is exceptionally lean, and without a little bit of fat from somewhere else, it can be quite dry. I'm using some banana shallots. You can use your onions, you can use whatever you like, but these I think are just a little bit milder than onions, and a little bit more sweet as well. Be quite coarse with the cutting of this. This isn't a fancy dish, this is a nice slow cooked dish, bringing out all of the flavours of the ingredients. Right, so these lardons and shallots are just sweating away nicely. I want to get a bit of colour on the lardons and the shallots just soften up. To that I'm going to add the rabbit to get a bit of colour on it first. Got a little bit of colour on the rabbit now. I'm just going to add probably about a third of a bottle of wine and a vegetable stock cube. Just a bit more depth of flavour. And that wine will help deglaze the bottom of the pan and bring all of the flavours that were stuck down there. And we want to turn this down to a low heat and just let it simmer. So we'll check back on that in about 20 minutes, half an hour, and see where that's going to be. Then while that's happening, we're going to make the pasta that's going to go with this dish, that's made from our own wheat and flour on the farm here. We mill on site. Right, so really simple pasta recipe. There's no trick to making pasta. It's just incredibly simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 3-egg size batch. We're not going to feed hundreds of people tonight. So 3 eggs, weigh the eggs. We get 204 grams. And then, because we want equal flour to pasta, roughly, so we then weigh out 204 grams of flour. That should be pretty much the right amount of flour for 3 eggs. One egg. Slowly combine flour and eggs with our fingertips. See, yeah, nearly, not quite. It's a little bit more livening up. The way to tell, we'll make a nice round ball. So if you come in for a closer look at this, if I touch that ball with my thing, poke it down, it bounces pretty much straight back out. And that's the sign that the pasta's ready to rest. So now, just leave that on the side there. With this bowl over the top, we need it to rest in a humid environment, so we leave it with the bowl on top. And that is pasta made. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're just going to add some herbs and some chopped tinned tomatoes to that, just to cook down, give it a little bit more richness and a little bit of acidity to it. So I've got some fresh thyme, some fresh rosemary, and some sage. Sage goes really well with rabbit. They don't, again, this is rustic food. They don't need to be chopped up real fine. Just like that is lovely. Bit early in the season, we haven't got our fresh homegrown tomatoes, so we're just using some nice Marks and Spencer's tinned Italian tomatoes. 2 of those in there. Give it a good stir up, get that all the way through the meat and the onions and the garlic, everything's in there. Now, lid on, and 10 minutes time, that's going to be absolutely flipping amazing. Pasta, just give it a bit of a rework. This pasta's dried out now beautifully. All of the moisture from the eggs has been absorbed by the flour. It's incredibly elastic. Just watch that bounce back straight out. There are 1,000 chefs out there and Italian grandmothers that will be rolling their eyes now, saying, God, that's the wrong way to do it. Shouldn't be doing it like that, I'm sure. All right. Pasta basket. We're just going to do enough for one portion to film now. So about that much. That needs about 2 to 3 minutes, I guess. Okay. Lovely homemade pasta. Then, just to finish, there you go. Right, and you guys need to come and have a taste. Come on, Alice. Well, it's quite warm still, yeah. All right?
Spot on.
Yeah?
They're lovely. Have you got a bigger bowl for me though?
Yeah, we'll do a bigger one for later.
Perfect.
All right.
Lovely.
Fantastic. Ray, you have a crack as well. Just a clean spoon there, mate. That's a nice bit of rabbit there.
You're gonna burn me.
Yeah, it shouldn't do.
Oh, unbelievable.
Simple as, isn't it? It's not a hard thing to do. You just got to be a little bit aware that it can get dry if you're not careful, and that's why we do dishes like this with rabbit.
And what? And don't overcook it?
Don't overcook it. Doesn't need to be.
How long have you given that total?
I think that's been in there for about an hour. Yeah.
That's good. Come on, let's want some more, mate. Come on. It's lovely, the rabbit.